than Let's complete this playlist. New playlist ahead. Let's go.
Aminn.
The last time you received a speeding ticket? Love that. That is a story too.
That's a story I cannot tell.
It's the start of a new playlist, driver. Featuring a special guest, it's already shaping up to be explosive.
Maybe the next one.
Welcome back to Motorfest, the podcast. This is the show where I get to talk to some of the most daring motorsport athletes for their passion for all things speed, wings and wheels. And if you haven't already tried it, you can actually listen in whilst you're playing the game, the True Motorfest from Ubisoft. My name's Becky Evans, and in today's episode, we're talking to some serious all-terrain motorcycle adventurers, Argentinian World Rally Champion Luciano Benavides, and his champion teammate, Australian Daniel Chucky Sanders. These are absolute warriors on two wheels, most notably the KTM 450 Rally Factory. Not your normal motocross bike, and according to Daniel Sanders, it pops and barks like an angry dog. Guys, this machine is one to look out for and listen out for. It is totally kitted out for dunes, rocks, mud, and the brutal forces of rough weather and wilderness. That said, it's only as good as the person behind the wheel. And in this episode, Daniel and Luciano discuss everything from their first bike souvenirs, to crashes, to trophies, adrenaline, tips on how not to get lost in the desert,
Who better than professional daredevils to craft a new experience for hotheads and customization enthusiasts?
drops, and what
They've made a name for themselves by filming their gincanas, limitless races where drifting off the edge of a precipice and jumping over a helicopter become the norm.
it means to really
As you may have guessed, Hoonigan is here on the island.
risk everything. Dirt biking, just like any motorsport discipline, is all
Motorvest designed a brand new playground for the occasion and invited Hoonigan to set up their HQ here.
about
The
balance.
place is just like them, fun and limitless, and you've got a whole playlist to discover it.
Control, speed, agility, and physical endurance. But it's one sport where you definitely need to be prepared to expose yourself to all elements. There's no cockpit, no power steering, just a whole lot of body positioning and great suspension. And of course, no fear. Okay, let's start the show. Right guys, I'm absolutely delighted to have you. Welcome to Motorfest, the podcast.
Let's try that again.
So we're going to be jumping into this podcast today and talking about your KTM 450s. I mean, I'm going to let you guys know now, my experience on enduro bikes is limited and has often ended in some painful moments. I actually broke my hand because I caught a tree as I was coming past it. So I have
One more time.
absolute respect for what you guys do here. You know, I'm just going to jump straight into it with you guys. If you could be a car, a plane, a boat, or a motorbike, which one would you be and why? I feel like this is going to really tell me what kind of guys you are.
And motorbike 100% because it's the best thing ever.
And Daniel?
I was thinking a plane because it's, you know, there's no impact really. There's turbulence, which is rough, but I'd still go the motorbike because I like hitting the ground and feeling pain. So
Here we go.
Of course, we're all huge Porsche fans, and it means a lot to us to have such an incredible manufacturer joining the adventure.
Trying to go on the outside, but he goes through immediately.
Diversity with the 911. We had no choice but to reveal it to you. Let's move on to another activity.
pain because it's, you know, there's no impact really. There's turbulence, which is rough, but I'd still go
What do you need?
the motorbike because I like hitting the ground and feeling pain, so it's brutal.
Luciano, when you started riding, did you ever think that you would end up competing in the Dakar, or was that always the goal?
No, honestly, when I started super young, and then I remember I watched Dakar at my hometown, Salta, in Argentina, and I remember we went there with my family and friends. We camped one night, and then we watched Dakar passing the next day.
A playlist is available, driver.
It's like a famous canyon where the Dakar was.
It's the start of a new playlist, driver. Featuring a special guest, it's already shaping up to be explosive.
Was passing there, and I remember watching the top guys in the bikes. It was amazing because when I saw that
Who better than professional daredevils to craft a new experience for hot hats and customization enthusiasts?
race, the
They've made a name for themselves by filming their gymkhanas. Limitless races where drifting off the edge of a precipice and jumping over a helicopter become the norm.
atmosphere,
As you may have guessed, Hoonigan is here on the island.
the adventure. I'm sure I want to be there one day. But at the moment I was racing enduro, and since then I say, okay, I will do my best to try to be there one day. But at the moment I was feeling a little bit quite far, and yeah, and with the time was coming and came the opportunity from KTM, and then yeah, I joined the rally team, the rally program, and then I did my first Dakar 2018 was my first. I had 22 years old, so I was quite young for Dakar, but yeah, it was a long way.
I want to hear about your first memory that you can actually remember of getting on a bike. Daniel, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah, Christmas morning, I think, throwing on the helmet.
Here is the container. The Hoonigan Chief Creative Officer, Brian Scotto, has something to tell you.
New glove and sitting on the bike for the first time, and pretty scary because straight away I started on a bike with a clutch and gears. It wasn't an automatic bike, so yeah, my dad put me straight in the deep end and just had to learn how to swim and ride, and it wasn't on a flat property. We live on some hills and grass, so
What up, everybody? Brian Scotto here from the Hoonigans, and this is the Gymkhana Grid Masters playlist. We'll go for it. So, like, how many times I've heard this? Have you ever listened, though? The crew at MotorFest invited us out here to do what Hoonigan does best, and that's build a Gymkhana right here in Hawaii. For this, we obviously need a driver that's ready to go fast and break a few things along the way. Before becoming a proper Gymkhana driver, you're gonna have to master the craft, and that means a bit of workshopping and a lot of action. Every Gymkhana driver gets a dope machine, and you will get yours. But first, you're gonna have to get to the end of this.
No room for cautious driving anymore. Here, you drive like a hoonigan. Another activity awaits.
The podcast is back on. Our guest still has plenty of things to say.
Scott is waiting to introduce you to your new playground.
Property really wants.
Here, you're going to learn the ways of Hoonigan through various workshops set up by their team.
Hills and grass.
Once your training is over, you'll be a real Gymkhana driver, capable of leading your own Gymkhana. But let's start at the beginning.
So it was pretty scary to learn the clutch and yeah, the throttle action as well. So it was cool, but yeah, the whole handlebars and that and the foot pegs compared to the.
Yo, what's up? Scotto here from Hoonigan. Hey, I'm super stoked to see another aspiring Gymkhana driver. I want to welcome you to Tire Slayer Studios, our headquarters. The Motorfest gave us free reign to create our own Gymkhana grid playground and practice our craft. This is the place to hone and perfect our skills in 3 different level zones. Show me your creativity, and you might get your chance to become the Gymkhana Motorfest driver. But for now, let me just show you around. You're gonna love it here. Looks like you're not the only one working out today. Lots of drivers out to burn rubber. No pressure. There's no need to rush this morning. Hey, this guy ahead, he's doing great at donuts. Looks like you're not the only one working out today. Lots of drivers out to burn rubber. No pressure. There's no need to rush this morning. Hey, this guy ahead, he's doing great at donuts. New rule. The more tricks you perform, the more bucks you earn. But wait too long between tricks, and the bucks counter will drop. That bonus is for true Gymkhana masters only. Our 360 Madman is back. Go slide his line, just follow his tire tracks. That's why I love this place. You have a wrecking ball, and you always have guys to get creative with it. Performing the wildest tricks. This is the Gymkhana DNA. takes a bit of preparation to become a Gymkhana driver. A lot, in fact. But for now, just remember this. If you have the right mindset, you'll be capable of anything. Like drifting to the edge of a canyon, or jumping over a helicopter, or, I don't know, anything. Coming to the end, and I haven't even told you about this monster that spits fire out of its V8. I mean, you are driving the mother of all Mustangs. Cross that line, and I'll tell you more about it. So in the first event, you already get to drive the Hoonicorn. Realize that's the wildest Gymkhana machine we have ever built. You're a lucky one. It took us 2 years to transform a 1965 Mustang into that. The updated version uses the same Ford V8, but this time with 2 massive turbos. Let's see how you did on this first outing. We'll film a few moments, a good way to see how you progress through the playlist. It's gonna take some time for you to harness all of this power. This thing makes crazy torque. It's not exactly a ride for beginners. All right, look, we're gonna keep the Hoonicorn, but we're gonna stay on the grid playground. I wanna see how accurately you can actually slide this thing around.
Come on, driver. The real Gymkhana quest starts now with your first drills.
The interview.
Score as many points as possible by performing the requested stunts, and you're sure to impress Scotto. Shouldn't be an issue.
The bicycle that you ride as a kid, a BMX or something, and having an engine do the work for you, and it's all in the palm of your hands to twist the throttle, that's probably the cool, easy sort of adrenaline thing that I got to learn that day and have that feeling, the first feeling of controlling my own power, I guess. So that was pretty cool morning.
And Luciano, your earliest memory of getting on a bike for you, was it with your big brother or was it with your dad?
Yeah, my first memory is one race, my first race. I remember, I think it was me and probably 3 or 4 more guys from my home. And then I remember I started the race and I crashed. And when I crashed, I was completely lost. And then I remember that I picked up my bike super fast, and when I started again, I was 10 times more motivated than before, and I passed the other guys. And they were actually faster than me. But then, because I crashed, I had so much motivation to come back from that. And then, yeah, it was a super cool memory because I had also the first trophy from this race. And I remember the adrenaline that this race gave me was something super special.
Would it be correct saying that you guys both lived in quite rural areas, so it kind of helped give you a type of terrain that you could train on?
Yeah, like I lived on like 40 acres on the house, and so that and grass and hills and stuff. So, and then I was fortunate enough that we had like 300 acres of bush and forest behind the apple farm. So we had events there, like enduro races there, so I got to grow up and watch this and then train on these tracks and practice on this property we had from the family. So I was super lucky, but there's definitely no desert where I live, and the situation I'm in now, I have to drive like 5-6 hours to find some desert in Australia is my closest. But you know, luckily in Australia there's a lot of sand and a lot of desert out there, so yeah, I'm lucky. I still haven't even had time to venture out in the desert much in Australia because we're always traveling around doing other things.
Can you describe to me your bike? I mean, what does it look like? What does it sound like? What's unique about it?
The engine is super strong because we have to ride in Dakar. We ride 15 days with the same engine, so basically it's a super powerful engine, and you feel it super strong. Also, in the vibration and everything is a lot of power to go through the desert. And also as a design is one for me is the best design we have it, because it's super cool with all the colors and it fits super nice, and I think it matches the desert colors. And of course one of the most important parts is also the suspension, because we have to set up the suspension for all kind of terrain. We are not motocross riders or enduro riders that you can put a setup for a specifically condition. We have to set up the bike for dunes, rocks, vegetation,
One was born to stunt.
mud, hills, fast, slow. So it's many different terrains. So you have to be super precise on the suspension. That is one of the most important parts of the bike.
And Danny, what if you were to describe your bike to somebody, what would you say?
It's we'll start off with the exhaust bike, because that's what's getting the most beaten up all day. Is the throttle stuck on pretty much all day through the desert, and it's just popping through the dunes, barking through the dunes like an angry dog. So it's really cool. It's a straight through exhaust. It's not like your normal motocross bike where the exhaust comes sort of across the middle of the bike. This one goes under the frame and then down low and then comes up and hangs out the back right near the rear fuel tank. So it's straight through. There's no baffles in there, no filters. It's just straight loud noise. So that's really cool. But yeah, we have one other thing that's with our bike that's pretty easy to see that's different to any other motorbike is the navigation tower on the front. Now we have a digital roadbook on the front, so that's how we navigate through the desert. And it's like a windshield on the front, like a MotoGP bike. It's like a windbreak for us, so it throws the air over our helmet when we're riding fast, and it helps our body weight as well, so we're not getting pushed back by the wind.
I think that's one of the most impressive things. You know, I went to the Dakar and we were in the bivouac, and this was like probably 2-3 years ago now, and I could not believe that they had like manual road like maps. So it was like giving the instructions of where you had to go, but it was on like a roll of paper or something. And I was watching the guys do that, and it was one of the most impressive things that this was kind of like a manual road map, right, a road book as to where you were going.
Yeah, so that's this year they've just changed the system. So now for us riders, it's gone to the digital, and before was the paper. So we just got a big paper scroll in the morning, and yeah, we had to shove this in the front of the bike.
Can you tell somebody, explain it for someone who would be riding your bike in the game, like just how difficult is it when you're following the pace notes, you're trying to find your waypoint, it might be getting dark by this point. Like, what's that like as a rider when you're getting so far into the rally and you maybe lose your way for a second?
If you see the darkness, it's like, you know, you're having a bad day, because you shouldn't be finishing the stage in the dark, and you've probably got lost for a fair way. So it's like, me and Luciano have both opened a Dakar stage, so to open all the vehicles out in the day and there's no lines in front and everyone's pretty much counting on you to make that right perfect line in the sand dune so everyone can follow, and it's easy navigation. So there's a lot of pressure, and also you've got to ride as fast as you can as well. But one thing I like to explain to people, like, so they could see from our eyes, is like, imagine yourself going to work, all the traffic is like, it's full gas traffic everywhere, and like the world freezes, but you have to race through the traffic as fast as you can to get to work and navigate, like on a scooter, say, or something like that. Like you go as fast as you can with no rules. There's no speed cameras, there's no red light cameras. The world's frozen. You just go as fast as you can and get to your work.
We want to talk about dream vehicles. Tell me your ultimate dream vehicle, Luciano. What would it be? Tell me about the color, the sound, the customizations. If you could take me for a tour of this, what would it be?
Lamborghini Urus.
Oh, Urus.
Black.
Yeah?
Yeah, full black.
All black. I was
black.
Oh, you'd have been so jealous. I was with Lamborghini last weekend. We were taking the new V12, the Revuelto, out for a nice drive around Tuscany. So I do.
Nice.
You're a Lamborghini guy. That makes sense.
Yeah, Lamborghini guy.
He likes a
100%.
black. So he's like a black on black Urus. Super
All
stealth. All black.
All black.
You would go for the Performante, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Daniel, what's your dream vehicle?
My dream vehicle would be a bulldog.
Okay, first training session, we're gonna rough up the Unicorn a bit. We're focusing on Gymkhana essentials, big slides, and precision. Get the right amount of points, and we move on. Love the next trick. It's the grind rail. To grind these, you need to be properly aligned and to hit them at a high speed to slide all the way. On your right and back again. Figure eight ahead. Try not to slide too wide. Now toss it back the other way. Up for a little grind rail? Passing through these tunnels earns you points too. They force you to be precise. Come on, one last round. Give me a few more tricks. That's a tire-slaying monster. Don't be shy with it. Hell yeah, that's my driver. The first time we installed the grind rail was in Florida. We thought a car doing a skateboard trick, man, that's gotta be cool. And it was. You've just taken your first step in the quest.
to our podcast.
You know where to find me, driver.
You'll go for the Performante, of course.
Yeah.
Daniel, what's your dream vehicle?
My dream vehicle would be a bulldozer with a bike rack on the back, so I could make as many tracks in the bush, make some sick tracks, and then unload the bike off the back and just ride it, free ride and do some stuff. I literally thought of that on the spot because I didn't even think of a dream vehicle until then. I'm like, oh, that'd be good. I like sitting on machines and building tracks and jumps and stuff, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then just driving around wherever you can, and then infinity diesel tank, so it just keeps going.
Luciano, where would you take your Urus?
What I would take mine?
Not in the dunes.
No, 100%. I don't know, bro. Miami.
Or Dubai.
I'm
Or
getting,
Dubai. Or Dubai.
Yeah. I know what he would be doing.
you know what?
Just that arm and having the arm out the side, winking and
That's what I think.
whistling.
Luciano, if I was to come to your garage at home, do you have like a prized collection of bikes? I mean, do you have all the ones that you've had from when you started riding when you were young, all the way up to the grand age of 29 that you are now?
Yeah, I have we have a really cool garage with Kevin at home, and we have the first bike that I had that I rode, the PW50, and Kevin has the QR 50 or something like that, so it's super small bikes, and we have also the jersey from that moment. And then we have one enduro bike that we both together, and we won the championship. And then I have my winning bike from 2019 when I was the junior world champion in rally. This one I keep at home, and also I'm waiting now for the last one from last year, the Oswana. And Kevin has the Dakar bike for 2023, and yeah, I hope it's coming a few more.
And Daniel, if I was to walk in, take a wander into your garage on the like wherever you are in Australia, what would I find?
A lot of everything. There's definitely a couple championship bikes. Luckily, I purchased when I won them. It was a pretty cool moment winning the first Australian outright championship on the 300 KTM two-stroke. So that's one of my favourite bikes of all time, really. And then the second one I've got there is Husqvarna 501, which I won the international 6-day enduro outright on too. So that was one I definitely had to grab and not let the team sell. And I bought that as well. So I've pretty much got all my savings in motorbikes just for trophies. And yeah, I built up another really cool gas bike. I won a desert race on in Australia, all painted frames and factory engine and suspension in there. So that was pretty much like a bling bike build. I had a mate that had a painting business, so he offered to paint up the frame any color I wanted and all the bits. So that was a pretty cool build. It would definitely look cooler than Luciano's Lamborghini. And
what color was the frame? What color did you pick?
Because it was gas. I don't like a candy red, so it was like it popped pretty good. But when you put the big tank on the front for the desert, it covered it up a bit. But yeah, I painted the swing arm like I forgot the color. It was like a charcoal, a gloss thing, and yeah, the candy red paint definitely looked nice as well. You wanted to take a bite of it, and then with some race fuel in there as well, it just gets you going. You smell that in the garage too. So yeah, they're the three at the moment. We've got the rally bikes in there and a lot of beehives in there as well. That's in the garage. So sometimes when I'm spinning the honey out of the bees, they like to come in and sting me while I'm working on bikes. So they're very friendly.
Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about that if I was just sort of in my garage trying to get some stuff out of the bees in there. I would have absolutely run for my life.
That's why I don't need to lock up the bikes. I've got them as security guards, so no one goes in when there's bees around, trust me.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. What are some of the scariest tricks or stunts that you guys have tried?
Probably dropping off big jeans.
Yeah, I did one massive one time. It was the craziest jump I ever did in my life. I didn't want to jump, I just missed a dune. I was thinking it was flat on the other side, so I arrived super fast going up. And then I was too much motivated because I saw a helicopter. And then suddenly the dune was cut. I don't know. 10 meters or something, and then was like a big drop, and then again another one, and then flat again.
That's crazy.
When I was in there, I said, it's game over, for sure. I'm out.
That's crazy.
And yeah, luckily I land super hard, but didn't crash. I just landed and get stuck in the next view.
Oh my God.
I hit my helmet with the tower. I remember I had pain in my neck for the rest of the Dakar, my wrist, my knees, my back, everything, but I didn't broke, nothing. So it was quite spectacular, and I wish I get this video. I don't know, but no, it didn't happen.
Doesn't count if it's not a video.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pop in here and just say to the listeners, I mean, don't try any of these things at home. Like, these guys are professionals. Daniel, what's your biggest off that you've had?
Probably like that road section when I smashed the elbow. That's probably one of the scariest, but wasn't really a stunt. Like and it wasn't really a small curb. But yeah, I've got a similar story like Luciano. Like in the desert in these dunes, we tried to read the terrain as fast as possible, and in the dunes it's really hard to make up time, so you have to ride the limit, and reading the shape of the dunes is definitely the hardest thing, especially when the sun's directly above you. You have no reference, so you're risking it. You're playing Russian roulette with your life pretty much on these dunes if you're really pushing for the win of the Dakar and any other race with big dunes. So yeah, I got lost this one day, and then I lost like 15 minutes after having a really good day, and I was pretty angry, and I was pushing through these dunes. There was like 6, and they were all the same size, like same shape, so you could jump off and then go a little bit more. Okay, these set looked like okay. Must have got to the 7th one, and I've just launched off it. And mid-air, you're just free falling in the air, and you look down normally because there was 6 or 7 riders in front of me that day already, so you can see the lines in front in the sand. So I've looked down like over the front of the bike, and I could see there was lines there, no bodies there, so I knew everyone survived the drop because surely some people have missed it as well. And I've seen one, like, you know those chalk lines after the murder scenes and that? There was one of them down there. And you can see in the sand it's just a splatter and like the helmet and footsteps, so you know someone's crashed. But they've got up and they've survived. So while I was mid-air, I was looking at all this and trying to see my outcome. And anyway, I've landed full, like, you try and absorb as much as you can through your limbs, so your elbow, your knees, ankles, or whatever's in that joint in your wrists. And then I had a dicky left shoulder, so when I've landed the bike, I've stayed on the bike and not crashed. I've used all the suspension, and then my hands have gone, like my arms have gone forward as the bike's gone forward and taken off, and then my left shoulder dislocated, and then I rode up like 10 meters and had to like pop it back in and then continue riding because we were still like 100 k's from the finish. So that's probably one of my coolest jumps I've done.
Yeah, that sounds pretty eventful. I mean, I'm trying to think what my worst one would be. I think it was when I was drifting once and I was still learning, and I came out of the corner in 3rd gear. The car swung back the other way, but what I hadn't banked on was there was a 6x6 tyre bale, and like I have an S15, and the overhang over the back wheel is just that little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. So I came like 60 miles an hour sideways, hit the 6x6 tyre bale, and oh my god, I've never cracked my head off the roll cage harder than that in the rest of my life. You're just not looking for it. You know, you're looking the other way because you're obviously like you're drifting that way. And oh my god, the bang when that happened, I was like, I got fright, a massive fright. We're gonna jump into a quick fun quiz because we're just about to start winding up the podcast here. We're going to get you with some rapid fire questions. So I want you to come up with the first thing that comes to your mind. So I'll give you some options. So what would you rather, extreme cold or extreme heat?
Extreme heat.
Riding by day or riding by night?
Day.
The last time you received a speeding ticket?
1 month ago.
Ooh. Honest. Love that.
That is a story too.
There's a story I cannot tell. Like that. Maybe the next one.
And Daniel?
I reckon probably 4 or 5 years ago. I've been a good boy. I just haven't got caught.
I feel like Luciano in his all black Urus is just...
Tara speaking. May I help you?
That's going to me. Hot ticket.
He was nearly an all orange, actually.
Different orange.